Okay, picture this. You're pouring yourself a nice cold glass of milk. But have you ever actually stopped to think about how that milk got there? I mean, how does it get from literally millions of tiny, scattered farms out in the country all the way to your local supermarket fridge before going bad? It's honestly one of the most fascinating logistical puzzles on the planet.
Right, so here is the absolute logistical nightmare of the dairy industry. Unlike building cars or smartphones, the raw material here doesn't just roll out of a single, giant, highly controlled factory. No, it comes from millions of individual dairy farmers. And the exact second that milk leaves the cow, a super-sensitive, incredibly fast ticking clock on freshness starts.
So you've got this massive gap to deal with. At the starting line, you've got millions of independent farmers, right? They're operating deep in rural areas. And then, way over at the finish line, you have these massive, centralized processing plants that turn raw milk into branded packets, curd, and cheese. So the big question for this explainer is, how on earth do you bridge that gap before the milk goes sour?
Well, let's dive right in. The secret sauce here is something called a Milk Procurement Network. And the absolute beating heart of that network is the chilling center. To put it simply, a chilling center is a small collection point set up right near the farms. Think of it like a critical save point in a video game. The moment the milk arrives, it gets cooled down super fast, which instantly pauses that spoilage clock. The whole procedure is physical, it's fast, and it is insanely time-sensitive. Step 1. You source directly from the local farmer. Step 2. You rapidly chill the milk to halt any spoilage. And Step 3. You transport it safely in insulated tankers to the main processing plant. This one simple act, rapid cooling, is literally the lifeline of the entire dairy business. Take it away, and the whole system completely collapses.
Now you might be wondering, why go through all this trouble? Why invest so much in these hubs? Well, the informal market out there just doesn't have the packaging, the guarantees, or the food safety that we expect today. Modern consumers want organized, branded products with strict quality checks. So having these high-tech chilling hubs is absolutely crucial if you want to deliver that consistent quality and food safety.
Let's actually look at how this plays out in the real world. If we look at a titan of the organized dairy space, let's take Dodla Dairy, for example, we can really start to see what this invisible infrastructure looks like when it's dialed up to maximum scale.
Just look at this stark number here, 94. Dodla Dairy alone operates an unbelievable 94 these specialized milk chilling centers. That is a massive, massive physical footprint dedicated entirely to capturing and cooling raw milk as fast as humanly possible. And this perfectly illustrates the sheer physical backbone you need to run a modern dairy empire. We are not just talking about renting a couple of warehouses here. This network of 94 chilling centers spans across 5 different states, physically bridging the gap between thousands of individual rural farmers and the company's central processing plants.
Because of this highly coordinated web, they're able to handle roughly 1.9 million liters of milk every single day, or 19 lakh liters per day, as they say in the industry. That's a mind-boggling amount of milk to move on a daily basis. It proves that in the dairy business, your true size isn't about the square footage of your main factory. It's entirely about the reach and density of your procurement network. We can actually ground this in basic human behavior too. Farmers generally want to sell to whichever collector is the most convenient and reliable to reach before their milk spoils. I mean, if you've got a chilling center just 2 miles down the road and your competitor's center is 20 miles away, you win that farmer's milk, plain and simple.
Now, this is where things get really interesting because it shifts our perspective from basic logistics to hardcore business strategy. This network is so much more than a delivery route. The size and density of a chilling network actually act as a genuine competitive moat. It's the ultimate unshakable defense mechanism for a dairy business.
So the big takeaway here boils down to a simple equation. The wider and denser your net of chilling centers, the more milk you control. Think about it. If a new competitor tries to enter the market, they can't just build a shiny new processing factory and call it a day. They have to spend years and just massive amounts of capital painstakingly building out dozens of local chilling centers to win over farmers. It's a barrier to entry that you literally cannot replicate overnight.
It completely changes how you look at something so everyday, doesn't it? Next time you pour a glass of fresh milk, I really challenge you to think about that invisible, hyper-fast, incredibly complex chilling network operating silently behind the scenes. It's an absolute masterclass in logistics, running 365 days a year just to beat the clock. So what other invisible systems are running our world while we aren't even looking?